I'm going to start out with this prawn. It's in lemongrass UV. 3/8 jig head, 2 oil. Almost out of them as well, so I'll have to go and get a couple more packets. There's always anticipation on that first throw of a snag. Alrighty, we got the first fish on. Could be a flatty, could be a small soapy, not sure. Feels like a flathead. And I'm completely wrong. It's a brim. Well, you had me fooled, Mr. Brim. Maybe Mrs. Brim. Oh. See you later. Right, I only a brim at the first spot. I think I'll move on, go and check another rock wall, see how that's fishing. There's not much going on here, so there's kind of no point in sitting there. Even if I've caught fish here before, there's just no point in staying here when it's not happening. So I'll go and try and find somewhere else and see what we can find. Even with the fish not biting very well, it's still great to be out on the water when it's nice and calm. Sure beats being out there when it's windy, and knowing that the afternoon was going to bring a pretty heavy nor'east wind, it was good to enjoy my time out there while I could. I tried multiple different places, but no matter where I went, the fishing was quite tough. So I was enjoying the scenery, cruising around the river and just having a good time while I was out there. It's also a great time too, when the fish aren't biting, to go and find new spots, mark up a bit of ground, check your sound up, put the side imaging on, and as you cruise along, just mark any structural things you see on the bottom that might hold fish another time. Yeah, I got a small one on. Feels like a brim. It's kind of darting around pretty quick. No, flathead. Well, at this point, I may as well stop guessing, because so far, no good. There we go, guys. Little flatty. I'll just hook something under that pile on there. Feels like it's got a bit of weight. Oh, it's a big flatty. Big flatty. I got a quick look at it. It's a big flathead. He's swallowed the plastic down too. Hard part is you can't go too light, because they'll just shake the plastic out of their mouth. If you go too hard, it just bites you off. So I'll have to play this fish pretty cautiously. Might even just drift back with the current. See how that goes. That way I'll be able to stay on top of him and just use less pressure instead of trying to drag him against the current. Get that net out. This will be a nice one to get if I can get him. Oh, don't go doing that. Oh, yes. Ah, beautiful. Oh, how awesome's that? That fish was sitting right at the base of those pylons. At first I thought it was just a snag. Then I felt a couple of head shakes and thought, ooh, that feels pretty good. That's a really good flatty. Cracker of a fish, just on the light line. I was a bit worried about it biting me off, but I got the job done in the end. That's an absolute ripper, especially right next to that bridge pylon. Swallowed the lure down too, but we got away with it. I'll have to do a bit of a retie, and then yeah, we'll get back out there. Righto, let's get this big beautiful fish back in the water. Big girl. Right, well, that's a really nice fish. It's a good fish to get in the boat anyway, apart from the small brim and the other small flatty I got. Right, it's going on 20 past 9. Been a really slow morning so far. Tried a few different spots. Haven't caught a whole lot. A couple of small fish and one really good flatty. But there hasn't been much on the sounder. Not much bait. Not many fish. So the whole thing at the moment is just a bit quiet. Let's put it that way. Just about to pick my phone up. Little flatty's jumped on. Tiny little one. Yeah, I was going to see what time the tide was. Turned around and he just snaveled it. Oh well, at least we got something. Oh. Yeah, swam right at me, this guy. Didn't even know he was on. Thought I had a stick. That's how my day's been going. Lovely colours on it, but. Righto, mate. We'll get you back. Thanks for coming. Well, you know it hasn't been a very action-packed day when you think you've hooked a stick and it's actually a flathead. That's how poor it's been today. Tide still hasn't turned. It's a massive tide as well. Heaps of debris in the water. I can imagine when it starts flowing out, it's going to get pretty discoloured as well. It's already not the best. See what happens, you never know. Alright, I've made my way back under the bridge. Crowds have died down a little bit from here. Second cast on a fish. Not a bad flatty. Get the net out for him, I think. There we go. Awesome. He's got a hook in his mouth. He's bit someone off. Oh, there we go. Twice in one day this guy's going to get lucky. We'll get that hook out here, mate. And we'll get this plastic out as well. Hungry fella anyway. There we go. Finally got another fish. Hopefully this tide change can help. That's a good start anyway. Coming to the bridge and getting one straight away. I'll get this fella back Took that hook out of him, took the plastic out, now he's back. Alright, yeah, we're on another fish. Another flatty, is it? Yep. You get, mate. Another tiny little one. At least it's a couple of quick fish anyway. Off you go, mate. Yeah, it's good to get a couple of bites, but they're just tiny fish. Didn't mark anything up in the normal places where I catch jewfish, so I've just came back down to the bridge. At least I got a couple of bites. The wind's picked up like considerably now, of course. Anyway, we'll keep plugging away. Right under the boat, that one swooped on it. What do we got? Feels different. No, just hooked in the side. Oh, off he goes. Well, after a couple of quick fish and a couple of missed bites at the bridge, the wind blew up real quick and then it just became unfishable. So that's my day in a nutshell. Finally started to get onto some fish and instantly the wind blew up. So I just had this big bow in my line. You win some, you lose some. What do you do? Well, the nor'easter is definitely pumping along now. There's not many places to fish. This is probably definitely one of the worst trips I've ever had fishing for a long time. Just all small bites when I've had them. One nice flatty, a couple of good fish that I lost before I could even turn the camera on. They were only flathead, but they were good size. Anyway, that's how it goes. You don't always get them. It's nice when you do. But I put in a lot of casts today, all for pretty much nothing. The sound has been bare most of the day. I've made my way up, down the river, it hasn't mattered. The best place to me looked like the bridge, but the first time I went there it was very crowded. And then when I went back there, as you've seen, I got into a couple of fish straight away, lost a good one which you wouldn't have seen, and then the wind picked up, so I couldn't really fish it. Those are the breaks. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one, hopefully a bit better luck.